how you doing? I'm Ronan Joyce. I play senior football and senior hurling for St Jude's. I'm also a physical education teacher in St Michael's College in Dublin 4. And I'm just going to go through some of the skills, the basic skills of hurling and football, so that you can coach some of the young kids in the academy like I was all those years ago. Thank you. So this is the roll lift in hurling and camogie first of all. So the first thing is you put your strong hand on top of the hurl, okay? So the hand that you're right with, that has to go on top of the hurl. So strong hand on top of the hurl, and you want to get your weak hand, so for me, my strong hand is my right, my weak hand is my left, as low down and as close to the boss as you can. You don't want it up here, you want it as low to the boss as you can. So that's the first thing, that's your hand position on the hurl, okay? You can put your thumb that way down as well, gives you just a little bit more control. Second thing you want to know then after your hands is to get as low as possible. So if you can get as low as possible when you're doing this, it means in a match situation later on that when they're doing this skill, if they get a push in the back, they get a free, and the lower they are, the more likely they are to be successful at it. So they're down low, they get the back of their hurl down low, not just this part of the hurl down low, the back of their hurl low as well, and that's a common mistake people don't make. So then you want to roll the ball back towards you, and it's just a little flick into the hand, so you catch it in the weak hand, so the hand that's close to the boss. So as low down as you can, you're bending your knees, you're right down low to the ground, not like this, not a hunchback, you're down low, roll lift, a little scoop into the hand. And that's the roll lift. This is striking the ball out of the hand. Okay, so when we're striking the ball out of the hand, it's all got to do with timing. So once again, we have our strong hand on top of the hurl, my right hand here, ball in my left hand. We're going to throw the ball up in the air, and we're going to try and time it so that we're hitting the ball at the exact moment. A good way to practice this is with a tennis ball on tarmac in the hurling alley, for example. You throw the ball in the air, let it bounce, and then you strike the ball. So, as I'm saying, it's all got to do with timing. You see a lot of kids swinging too early or swinging too late. So make sure that when they're young, that they're throwing the ball nice and high, so they're not just throwing it like that. Throw it nice and high, so they have time to get their hurl back behind their head to strike through the ball. Jab lift, okay, so roll lift would be more like when the ball is stationary. If you're in a crowd of people, you might use a roll lift. The jab lift is kind of when you're on the move, so if you're running on the move, you'll use a jab lift. Same hand position, strong hand on top of their hurl, weak hand as low as you can down. Some people even go as low as that, okay, as low as that, but as low down as you can. And it's just, you're not rolling the ball this up, you're just jabbing the ball up. Once again, we have to get down as low as we can. You can't run with the ball like that and do the jab lift, especially when you're starting off. So we're getting down low, scoop into the hand. Low, scoop into the hand. A really good drill to do would be to do 10 in a row. See how many you can do as quick as you can, 10 in a row. So real quick, 1, 2, 3, all the time low, 4. See if you can do 10 in 10 seconds. Then see if you can do 20 in 20 seconds, 30 in 30 seconds. And then practicing the roll, it's the same thing. Really good way of learning the drill. Okay, so this is the solo in Gaelic football. So when we're doing the solo, we're going to drop the ball 2 hands onto our strong foot for the moment, okay? So we're going to curl our foot and we're going to give it a light little kick back up. And as it comes back up to our hands, the ball will be spinning. If you want to put a little bit of spin on it, the ball will automatically come back up to you. Key thing is, don't have your leg straight. Make sure your leg has a little bit of a bend in it as you're kicking the ball, so that the ball will come back up to you. If your leg is straight, the ball goes out ahead of you. Okay, so we'll practice that on the left hand side. So same again, 2 hands, left foot, ball automatically comes back up. It's just a little bit of a spin. You're curling your toe, and that's how the ball comes back up to you. Right foot, left foot, 2 hands, 1 hand. Just getting the ball back up to you. The curl in the toe is the important thing. Okay, so no straight leg, there's just a little curl in the toe. Right? So this is the foot pass, kick pass. It could also be a shot. We're going to use the goal to demonstrate it. So the first one is using the inside of the foot. Okay, so the inside of the laces, top of the toe. So same as we were doing earlier on, we're going to drop the ball nice and easy with 2 hands, keeping your eye on the ball, and it comes down to timing as well here. So this is the inside of the foot kick pass. Okay, so timing, that's inside of the foot. Second one we're going to do is the punt pass. So we're going to kick right down the laces of the football boot, right down the laces of your runner. Punt pass, this will be used if you're on the run and you're kicking straight. The other one we use will be used if you're at an angle, you're taking a shot, or you're giving a pass into a corner. This is a straight pass, a hard pass to do, but with lots of practice you can develop it easily. Okay, so now we've done the solo, so that's what we need to do to maintain possession. We've done the kick pass, the inside of the foot, and what's called the punt pass, using the laces straight down, keeping your toe down, your knee down for the punt pass. And the next thing is a hand pass, which you'd use if you're passing to someone 5 yards away, okay? So it's called a hand pass because you use your hand, okay? And you try and use all 5 digits on your hand when you're doing the hand pass, and that maintains most control. You see some people using the heel of their hand and the ball goes left, right and everywhere else. And you see some people using the fists, so they're using their knuckles, and that's why the ball doesn't go accurately. It's called a hand pass for a reason, because we're using all 5 parts of our hand. So if I'm passing over here, my left hand, my right hand's my strong hand, my left hand never moves. So I don't throw the ball up, it's not volleyball, my left hand never moves as I pass the ball off the hand. So watch again, left hand never moves. So you're just striking the ball off the hand. What you find sometimes with kids is they either throw it up and then they get an awful slap off the ball. If the ball is stationary on your hand as you slap it off it, as you pass it off it, the ball won't go anywhere. Okay, and it won't hurt. Last thing, you got it? Last thing, if you ever with a kid, if they ever are looking to go a little bit further, they can come down the hand a small bit and use a little bit of their thumb, but I wouldn't recommend this unless they're going for a 10 to 15 yard and the ball will go further. And that's the hand pass.